We have arrived at the full moon in September of 2025, and this is a special moon. I can't believe we're in September already, but yet here we are. And so this special moon is actually, it is a full moon eclipse, and full eclipses happen when the sun, the earth, and the moon are in complete alignment, and the earth blocks out the sun's rays shining on that full moon that we normally have. And it'll do it for a period of time, not for very long, but long enough for us to actually make notice, and long enough for it to have an effect on us on many levels, right? And they always say that the moon is under the shadow of the earth because it's behind it, right? And the effects can go on for a couple of days. They can also affect us leading up to that, right? But here is where we are going to bring our heart and our mind together, right? A couple of weeks ago, the word of the week that I was using was alignment and tapping into that, right? And we kind of looked at things of, how do you know when you're in alignment, and do you know if you're out of alignment? And the general answer to that question is yes. So here you know what alignment is, you know what it's like to feel aligned. And, so the next thing to do is do all of the, people, places, behaviors, all that stuff. Does that match the new alignment that you're in with these shifts that have been going on, right? And it's time for us to look at our attachment to people, places, things, and those behaviors. And then whatever is not in alignment, to release them, right? Because the thing is, if we don't release them, what'll happen is they'll just keep showing up in our lives until we get fed up with them, and then we'll basically release them because they don't really serve our higher purpose anymore. And so what I've done is I have picked 3 colored bottles from the system that I work with. The system I work with is on this wall here and over here at the back. It's called Color Mirrors. And it is color therapy, or the psychology of color, and it helps us to really connect with our soul and hear the messages that our soul have for us. So these are the 3 bottles that I've picked for this full moon in September. Have a look at them, choose one, and let's have a look and see what these bottles have to say. So the first bottle we're going to look at is this lovely right here. This bottle is C9. It is called the base chakra, the light body. And it is a double clear bottle. And yes, it does actually have, clear does have an effect, right? Often it can be also referred to as silver, depending upon which bottle is actually in the system here. But people who are choosing this bottle, really, there's an indication that they need to make a decision in their life. Right? So if that's the bottle that you're choosing, here it is, right? It asks to take complete responsibility for the creation of your own reality, right? And it really helps us to actually shine a light and bring clarity into our life, right? It acts as this amplifier, so to speak, shining its light through, right? The light passes through the clear color, and it really helps us to do there. So whatever or however you've been doing life at this point, this bottle here is really going to help you to look at that more in a divine way, right? It shines a light on things that have not been serving you, and this bottle, being a 9, also speaks to the completion of beginnings, right? So 9s in numerology, they go from 1 to 9, and 9 is the end of a cycle. So there you go, right? This bottle also holds all the colors of the rainbow. So isn't that fun, right? So you're all those colors, right? And it really helps us to connect to our light body. And that's really important for us when we're trying to make decisions in life, right? It's really helping us to connect with our conscious self, right? It helps you to remember the light that you hold within, and with the clarity of the self, it'll really help you to focus and move forward with ease. So the second bottle we're going to look at is this lovely here. Wow, what a switch from the first bottle, right? It's a lot more color packed in that one. This bottle is number 27. This is called Harvest, and it is orange over top of gold. It's really quite a vibrant bottle, I think, right? And most likely you can probably imagine this has something to do about harvesting oneself, but it is and it isn't. Right? It's like, with these 2 colors, we're really looking at power and wholeness. And orange really gives us that bliss and enlightenment, and gold gives us that authentic power. Like, doesn't that sound great? Like, I'm sure you're really excited that you've picked that bottle, right? And here we have alchemy, right? Joy, creativity, optimism, and all that really good stuff. And, but, you know, again, if we look at 27, just like the last bottle, is reduces to the number 9. So again, it's about completion of beginnings, right? But this really speaks more to that, you know, reaping the harvest, right? You know, and it's funny, you know, September is the 9th month in the year. I've always seen September as being the end of things, right? A lot of people look at September as being, you know, the beginning, because in the Northern Hemisphere here, you know, we have the start of school and activities, and, you know, it's the, people already jump into the, you know, they think it's fall already. It's not. I'll hold on to summer as long as I can, but, you know, it really taps into that energy of September, I feel, right? These two colors, right? It's about shedding things, again, that are not in alignment with the new you, because you've already shifted into that new you. You've gone through that C9 that we were talking about in that first bottle pick, right? And you've already, you know, you've gone through that, right? Remember, it's okay to move on from things, right? You're still kind of fine-tuning that. And also the reminder that, you know, endings, you know, make room for openings and new beginnings, right? That's really important, right? It's also important that we understand that any of those burdens that you were carrying from the past, it's okay to just let them go, because they're kind of heavy baggage for us to carry through. They had purpose, you've shifted, you're in a different alignment now. They're not serving you, so now it's time for you to just go out there and explore the world and see what there is to discover out there, right? And there's a whole big world out there, and there's a lot of different people to meet, and there's different, you know, different things to see that will completely alter your world, and complete that cycle of shifting going forward, right? See where it takes you. That's what I have to say, right? Just see where it takes you. What have you got to lose, right? Anticipate joy as you move through those changes. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And the last bottle we're going to look at is this lovely right here. This bottle is number 36. It is called the Gateway, and it is blue lilac over blue lilac. And the camera doesn't really do it any justice. It kind of looks a little bit different color on the bottom, but it is what it is. But, you know, it's interesting. When I pick bottles, I'm actually choosing just with intention. I stand in front of the bottles and I pull off 3 bottles with intention to choose bottles for the collective. And then I just go. And then I don't really look at them again until I sit down. And I didn't really think about it until I sat down and I was writing this, and I realized that all 3 of the bottles equaled 9, and I didn't actually know that until I sat down to actually write them. So here we are again. But, you know, with the energy of completion. But this bottle is a little bit different. And this is telling you, you know, if you've chosen this bottle, it's saying the message is that the cycle is actually ended. So whereas the other ones are almost like this build up to this ending of cycles, right? And you know, and everybody is on their own path, right? And if you're choosing this bottle, it's just saying that you're ready, and you've probably already stepped through that gateway. If you are not, then, you know, got one foot in going in through that gateway, right? But this is the gateway where all your fears and negativities no longer really exist, right? You're able to speak your soul's truth because you've really done the work and you've gone in to know really what that soul's truth is, right? And, you know, you're in a space of great consciousness where you can, you know, act and without reacting, right? It's really in a very different place. You move through chaos with ease. You don't tap into drama, and if you do, you can pull yourself back over to the other side very quickly, and because you understand the illusion of the drama, right? And, you know, blue lilac really aids us in, you know, moving forward with curiosity rather than, you know, that fear. The fear is gone, right? That, I mean, it's cool. It's a lovely, cool color, right? And it guides us gently through transitions and changes in our life, right? With our eyes and our heart wide open. And that's a really great place for us to be, right? Those calming colors of that really put us into that peaceful space, right? All is perfect no matter what happened. We really have to remember that, right? All is perfect. And here, this bottle really is alchemical magic. And I really struggle to say that word. Alchemical magic in a bottle, right? We're really well rooted in the understanding of manifestation and what's required. And that's a real well done from this bottle. So there are the 3 bottles for the full moon. I hope your bottle resonated with you. I'll see you on the next new moon.